waiting for the physios and doctor to get to her.
So it's a ruck and a forward already in the wars for Southport. Kicked away by Pynchon. It'll stay in. Reeves arriving a little bit late, just past Ruby Mitchell.
Play unfortunately not being kind to the trainers at the moment while they're trying to tend to the injured player.
Bit of focus. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I think the umpire's just going to hold things up for a moment.
Looked like an ankle the way she went over, but it was sort of just behind my field of vision. The way she was sort of moving, looked like an ankle. Certainly tried to get herself up and off and has moved from where she was. So moving under her own steam at least a little bit.
Yeah, at least if you can limp yourself off.
So it's certainly a heck of a lot better than not being able to do it.
So
getting a bit of assistance now though, which is good. So Southport already going to be busy down here on the bench and already into some positional moves that I'm sure they're going to have to make from what they had ideally wanted to start with.
So lucky enough to spend a little time with Southport head coach Corey Gilly before the match, and one of the things we talked about was the team's versatility, where you've got players who can pop up in all three-thirds of the ground, so to speak. Inside by Ella Moore, having an outstanding season. Why was she delisted? Story for another day. Turning to soccer on the far side. Nolan got it to Taylor. And pulls him under the flagpole. Davidson. Looked for a teammate, only found O'Brien. Originally playing state level. Featherstone tackle. Very strong weapon from one of the Ella sisters. No problem. Samuels. O'Brien's got a hold on the 50.
Caught a little high there. I'm quite good to see it. Play on ball.
Ball through the middle. Taylor, strong defence. Handball straight to the chest of Davis. Ryder, back on her feet. With a second effort. Driven into the ground by Sky White.
Physicality in this match so far has been a feature. But 4 minutes in, we've already had more bumps and bruises than I think we've seen in most games this year. It's just they're going in hard.
Very good point. O'Brien, who calls a few of those bumps and bruises, and I'm not suggesting anything dirty. Mitchell. Cooper! Over to the left. It was nearly a big welcome to the Bond University QAFLW for Grace Cooper, 16 years old, scoring goals for Queensland under-18s this year, and today is her senior debut.
Been a lovely entry to the one kick, one goal, but unfortunately not able to join. One kick, one behind goal, pretty good too.
You're keeping up the scores inside 50%, anyway. Out to that's good mark from Samuels. Not many natural left footers on the field today. Samuels is one. Ball flying over. Back, and then Ryder attacked it. It was noticeable in Southport's win over Bond that they attacked the ball harder, gave it to Hillier than Bond did. Hillier deep inside 50. Loose ball. Umpire spotted something. Off the ball, looks like a free kick to Olivia Marr. Probably about, pretty much on the 50 really. You will see that the Aussie rules markings go left to right and the football markings go front to back. Kicked it into the market, well smothered by Adamson. Gets it back and ran into Marr, who put her into the turf. Mitchell, back to Marr. Handball across to Christensen. Back to Davis. That was well smothered by Usher. To Marr, pushed off the ball. Well intercepted by Trinity Ella. Ella will get it going the other way. Looking on the wing, was looking for Williams. Lynch, Ryder uses her pace. Got around Lynch. Back inside 50. Baldwin close to it. Battling with Geyer. Geyer's able to get Baldwin away. Adamson out wide to Reeves. Reeves keeps it wide. Got it on the bounce towards Taylor. Swinging handball back to Reeves. Shielded by Bronson Ball. Towards the pack. Williams at the back of it. Not quite able to hang on. Trinity Ella. Trinity forward. Just over the head of Blackman. Blackman's got no one in front of her. Got a kind bounce. Blackman from 40. Kendra Blackman is just off target.
That was a great build-up by Bod. First real entry that had was I think.
Inside the front half.
Just brilliant to just keep it out in front of her. The bounce certainly was lucky for Blackman, but she absolutely knew how to take advantage of it. She did it. Just
Probably kicking into the wind with that as well.
Very true.
Siobhan Ross will clear 50. Davis using her strength. Taylor now on this side of the field. She covers some metres and the contact for Watts was high. Taylor playing QAFLW game 113 today. Found the lead. There wasn't enough of that when Bond lost at Fankhauser. This time provided by Millie Ella. That came off the outside of the boot. Looking for Cooper. Clears her. Adamson. Played a bit of, quite a lot of football. And out of bounds. It was just be a boundary throw. Wasn't sure how it was going to be called. Umpires all over. Brought to you by Brendan's Windows and Doors. In the field, Sandy Henderson and Samson Bainham. On the boundary, Robert Leake and Graham Anderson. And in goal, Rowan Williamson and Cameron Williamson. Was one late change to the Southport side from what you may have seen on social media or on Play HQ, and that is that Sienna Burnham, she starred in the game of Fankhauser, replaced by number 12, Olivia Robinson.
Gallo in! Back we go!
Early scare. Back out there and competing.
Good spot. Brosnan Ball won the free kicks. That's the last two. Asha had a good year. Keeps it wide. Found Sanders. Just ahead of the aforementioned Robinson. Inside the boot. Well placed and a good second effort from Brosnan Ball. Brosnan Ball, again, not a great kick, but found Lynch forward. They're going back to go forward. Davidson hooks it around the body into a school of the Great White Sharks. Then knocked forward to Nolan. Nolan just scooped it slightly over the back of Hunt. Looks like Hunt, if she didn't get the first touch, she definitely got the second. Kept to a minor score.
It's such a good... When you're designing football ovals, please put gates right behind us. It just makes it easier for the players to go and get the ball.
You're 100% correct, and the number of grounds where the gate is like 30 metres to the side. That finds Robinson. He's able to get a handball away towards Mora. Brown brought to ground by, well, not brought to ground, but tackled by Nolan.
Great tackle by Nolan.
Not the last time we'll say that.
No. Love the pressure that's coming from Bonte, keeping in their forward high.
And the fifth player to be recorded with 40 disposals of the game a few rounds back, Shannon Nolan. There's O'Brien was on that list as well. Going against Asper a few years back.
That's not surprising that those three are on the list together.
Good quality. Probably hear the wind picking up at the moment, so that's real. This one the direction we thought Clint was able to get down. Found O'Brien again. He's into four figures with effective disposals. Dribbles it outside the 50. Christensen is able to get a kick away very, very quickly. Mar was held pinball in the middle of the field. Look at the pace of Christensen bearing down on Pinchen. Very good support play from Nicky Sanderman to be able to keep Christensen away from the defender. As much as anyone, she's part of why Pinchen now has a free kick. Good work from Pinchen. Spectacular pace from Christensen. Wonderful off the ball work from Sanderman. Hunt read that yesterday and then attacks the play. Finds Mar. Kicked it into the body of Heidi Grimster. Having a good first year in the Bond University QAFLW. Good work from Ellison Nolan. Featherstone bearing down on her. Knocked forward by Davidson twice. Clint as well. Clint on the ground again. Oh, just a bit of push and shove between Clint and Davidson. The free kick goes to O'Brien, about 20 metres away.
Over back, Lemon! Lemon, over back!
That makes people taking place in front of the benches. Adamson in towards Davidson again. Davidson's driving towards the 50 and just falls short of her target. Handball back to Lynch. It's good work before that from Sky Emery. Hunt, Blackman bearing down on her. Good smother from Hunt. The kick from Blackman wasn't bad with the outside of the boot, but Hunt's second effort was superb.
That's the second between those two. There was one down here as well earlier in the quarter where they had a little bit of push and shove. I think it was the high that Creech gave away. There was a bit of push and shove afterwards. So maybe something said there and they're just holding on to it. I feel they're going to go at it most of the day today though, so they might have time to sort themselves out.
The psychology of holding a grudge. Does it work? There's probably some coaches who believe it does. Blackman and Clinch are in that ruck battle. No one really has a disposal. Blackman over the top with a punch. Good work from Ryder to clear the ball. It's not convincing, but at least gave them a chance. Davis a long way back. Apologies, Baldwin. Felton, Nolan. Nolan with a shot towards Blackman. Hunt knocked her out of the way. I know what she was trying to do, but it was one of the easier decisions that will be made today.
Very obvious, that one. That was always going to get called.
So Kendra Blackman with a set shot. This pocket at Bond produces a lot of magic, but not really magic needed right now from Blackman. It's reliability. Blackman herself has scored magical goals in that pocket.
Oh no, missed it. Just hit the post.
So a couple of things there. Because Blackman wouldn't normally miss those. Firstly, there's a lot of wind around. Secondly, there is psychological pressure when you're playing against Southport.
You're also allowed to have a bad shot. It does happen. It happens to everybody.
Quite, actually, can't build a story here.
So, would you better get it out of the way now? You don't do it later.
Don't let Sacks get in the way. You can't tell the tale. Grimster.
Oh, great mark.
Blackman surging through the middle of the pack. She's a tall girl, but she can ghost her way through. Tall woman, apologies. That was terrible concept. Shit. To Hunt.
It's an interesting kick from Blackman. We'll come back to that.
Knocked down by White. Grayseller not able to make it. He's a makeshift centre halfback at the moment. Switches the play. They like to go wide. Went to a one-on-one and Mark over the top from Olivia Mark, who may as well have a K at the end of her surname. He's moving wide and that was Baldwin. Matty Baldwin began as a defender, then the leap forward, finds Robinson, wraps around with Marr. Goes just to the edge of the 50. Was dropped in defence by Grimster, but it was good positioning. A little bit flat-footed in defence. Drosnin ball out towards Reeves, but you can see that they haven't quite got the momentum coming out of defence that Southport did about a minute ago. Just went over the head of Taylor. Blue Bulls. They've had a few good battles over the last few years, Taylor and Blue Bulls. They often end up on the same wing in these Sharks houses. Southport still have the territorial advantage. Players going flying. Over back towards Ship. The defence from Reeves was strong. Adamson standing guard.
Back to that kick inside from Blackman before. Just surprising that she didn't even go back over her mark and try to set it up. She went really quickly to not a great option, and it's resulted in it heading straight back down the other end.
Good spot, Ash. Was confidence lost after the set shot, I wonder, or whether she just thought, no, with a wet ball into the net, this is not a set shot. I'll give you one magic answer and one sensible answer. Rosnick ball smothered by Featherstone.
Might have been smothered with her chin.
To the contest over the head of Tegan Williams. He's almost shut out of the previous game. Hunt and Brown combining well in defence. Taylor. Kicked away by Mitchell. O'Brien. Stopped, propped, thank you Bruce. Found a way in. That was the movement off the ball. Sanderman goes wide.
Had time to recover.
Shows you how wet the ball is as Grimster will take that every day, but this one. Reeves keeping it up the grandstand wing. Just goes past Williams. Ross involved. Blackman. Kick inside, deep inside 50. In fact, it was out of bounds. It just wasn't over the 60 yard.
It's an interesting way they're setting up at the moment, Bond. I'd love to see them actually hold someone back. They seem to be getting the most opportunities when they're getting that fast break in. It should be worth holding someone back so they've got someone to kick the ball to when that happens.
Ashby Spence on analysis today is no real winner until O'Brien says, no, I'm the winner of this one. Received the handball. Well positioned by Davis. Was just able to get Geyer away from it. The turnover, so much pressure do Southport put on every disposal. Davis jinked in 4 directions, still got a handball away. There's pressure on it now. Ship, unable to get away from Lynch. Play allowed to continue. Gaia wrapping up Davis. Mitchell brought to ground, was tackled as she got it, and then snaffled away by Grace Ella. The options aren't there for Bond. And again, just a little bit of flat-footedness, whereas O'Brien attacked the ball. Davidson maybe a little bit lucky, just arrived at the contest at pace, knocked an opponent over. Adamson got a quick handball away. Went through Nolan. Davidson struggled with the wet ball, was able to tackle Davis and won the free kick. Spectacular second effort from Davidson.
Fantastic to see the amount of pressure that Bond just put on actually rewarded with the free kick there.
Again, moving it wide towards the vocal support in the grandstand. Clinch went high, no one came down. The shot came in, might have been Lynch. Towards the goal square, Blackman against Ross. Back towards Samuels, couldn't hold on. Still has Blackman in support. Ross smothered the pass superbly. Falls again to Blackman. Had a defender on her. Was taken by Trinity Ella. Straight to the goalkeeper in Ship. Ship, able to run out. She makes so many metres. Today she's making them from deep. Was able to clear 50. Christensen, unable to hold on. Coming the other way was Sanderman. Again unable to hold on. Taken out of bounds by Plouvel strongly.
See, even the example there, having Blackman back there, they had someone to kick the ball to. So it is an option. It will work. Didn't on that occasion, but would love to see them hold that for the rest of the game.
Might be able to hear Corey Gilly issuing instructions from the Southport bench. Fell to clinch. Got a bit of go forward. Outnumbered contest, but it may work for them. Davis forward. The foot race is on. Cooper up against Pynchon. Puts the push on. Cooper nearly fell back to Davis. No one's in control. Back behind Baldwin. Baldwin with a handball back into space. Another one over the top. Davis couldn't get there. Then Baldwin followed up. It's a messy goal. But it was a willful goal. And Maddie Baldwin has goal number 65 in the Bond University QAFLW.
You wouldn't say that's come from any kind of dominance at all from Southport through this quarter. It's certainly not all one-way traffic whatsoever. Bond are doing a great job of holding them up. Southport just being a lot more efficient when they go inside 50. And that one was a little bit lucky. It's always sort of a bit of a luck thing when it's just on the ground sort of bobbling around in there. It could go either way, but definitely taking advantage of their opportunities when they go in.
Question for you, Mrs. Ex-Champion Data. Baldwin handballed it.
Yes.
It went towards a teammate, so got a greater than 50% chance, but then they dropped it and she ended up kicking it through herself. How many disposals did she get for all of that, and were they effective?
Oh, I'd have to see it. I don't want to try and... It's hard to guess on what you've just said, and I don't want to say the wrong thing in case I bring the reputation of Champion Data into disrepute.
Then you don't work for them anymore. Davidson.
That's true.
Working for AFL Queensland now, organising Gold Coast junior footy and school footy as well?
Oh, no, just helping with school footy.
Gotcha,
but yes,
right.
but yes, yes, junior and youth footy, which back after our school holidays. So if you want a little bit more footy tomorrow, make sure you get yourself out there and have a look at some under 13s, 15s and 17s football.
Perfect way to end the quarter. Same number of scoring shots. Bond weren't able to make them count. Southport were. It's Southport 2-1-13 leading Bond 3 points. This is round 13 of the Bond University QAFLW and the first of 2 weeks for the Jarrah Corporate Pride Round.
Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Woo! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
AFL 9s, it's footy for best mates looking to be teammates. Cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game, looking at making a comeback. There's footy for when your week's pretty cooked. Or for fitting it in between classes.
Ah, it's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy for me.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Welcome back to Bond University Oval in sunny Queensland. That's now irony. Southport Sharks looking to not merely protect their top of the table status, but actually get a bit of a lead on. These two teams are separated only by percentage right now, but in this match, Southport lead by 10 points. 2-1-13 to 0-3-3 over the hosts, the Bond University Bull Sharks. This is also the first of 2 weeks of Jarrah Corporate Pride Round, celebrating diversity, inclusion and acceptance in society, but specifically here for the LGBTIQA+ community in Australian rules football. And of course, women's football has really been light years ahead of the men's game in promoting that kind of acceptance and inclusion in our sport. My name's Daniel Viles. With me is Ash Newton-Spence. Ash, some thoughts on the first quarter?
Really even contest for most of that quarter. There was moments of supremacy from both sides, but I think when you come to the end of it, it was very, very even. Obviously, the scoreboard tells us that it's 3 shots each. Southport just been able to be a heck of a lot more accurate, which has certainly led them out in front at the moment, but not something that Bond Uni can't correct, and certainly would expect them to do so.
And the usual suspects starring Nolan and Reeves involved in most good things out of the middle for Bond, and Rihanna Shipp turning up from goalpost to goalpost. So Southport running to the left of screen. Charlotte Taylor came in from her wing quickly, was able to dribble it forward into space. I was waiting for an almighty collision. Comes out to Reeves. The handball from Lynch was excellent. Inside 50, hits the deck. Umpire is making sure that all contact is legal. That one wasn't. Hunt had the free kick and immediately made use of it. Shipp. Watch her. She'll be in the forward 50 in a moment. Drives it. Christensen had it well. It bounced sideways on her and she reacted very strongly. That's her weaker foot, the left foot, and she just pumped it 45 metres. Ma brought to ground. Terrific tackle. That's an Ella. It's Grace Ella. Now, I'm going to say this only to make a contrast. I thought there were times when Grace looked a little bit tentative in the game at Fankhauser Reserve. I think she's corrected that. Davidson just able to dispose under pressure. Mora hits the turf. Hasn't been as influential as she'd like. Reeves ran straight into O'Brien. That's not a career advancing move. Clinch with a good win.
That was a really good hit out.
Forward to Adamson.
Well tackled.
Again brought to ground.
Again, this is the start of the second quarter. Southport bringing that pressure and that physicality they brought in the start of the first.
It's the way they create turnover ball and the way they win games. They've won the last 5 against Bond University. And in this competition, in the first 6 rounds, they lost a couple. They looked a little tentative. And then they came out against Morningside after a 1-week break. And it was like, oh, it's 2025 again. Southport moving it forward out of the mess. Bounced awkwardly from Moody. She did well. Knocked it back inside. Christensen applying pressure. Pynchon. Wrapped up. Not Pynchon, apologies. That's Gaia.
Win picking up just for a second.
Shipp in the forward 50, as I not very bravely predicted. That is rugby union happening right now.
Felt a bit more like, let's say like dodgeball, but that's not what it was. But just grabbing hold of the ball and just literally moving step by step.
Shipp through the middle. She sweated on that touched. Touched on the line.
Oh, good defence.
I think it was touched on the line rather than touched off the boot. Do you see anything different?
I didn't, but the umpire was very sure on that. There wasn't even a question in his mind that was touched. So I think we can go with what he said.
And there's no argument on the field, but brilliant work from Rihanna Shipp to, first of all, put herself in the right position.
But to get the ball on the boot in that pack.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ryder. Taylor.
Oh, well done.
And then Shipp. In what direction can't she run? Through everyone's legs. Nutmegged an entire defensive unit, and then a swinging ball out to Charlotte Taylor, who eventually saw it land in the chest, but it swung about 3 times before it got to her. Reeves. Keeps it wide. It's a 2-on-2 contest. And I think in the end the Bull Sharks got in each other's way. Pilfered by Ryder. Inside to her lookalike in Hillier. Straight up the middle. That was attacked by Pynchon unsuccessfully. Cooper from about 55. Kicks towards an empty goal square. Well, that was the intention. Didn't quite work. Christensen tries to soccer around the outside. In the end, how did that... It did go out on the full.
It did, yeah. She got a boot to it right on the boundary line and it just sort of went straight out.
It was a wonderful goal that Maddie Baldwin scored in the last match where she had to get the boot to ball quickly and it ended up working like a drop kick.
I need to go back and look at that.
Oh, it was either a goal or a field goal. So Bond with an opportunity over the head of Clinch, taken by Ryder. It's not just tall timber that the Southport Sharks have, it's agile tall timber.
Drop short.
Back towards Mora.
Yeah, high.
And Davidson not arguing. But I do hope Dion Menzies got a photo of that. There's a few photographers here today, and there's been a wonderful explosion of very good photographers covering this competition this year. So get on the socials for that. Mora, they do that so well. Baldwin ran into space, timed her run. Mora was looking for the run, and now it's just a case of whether Baldwin can speak with the wind.
We've seen South Bond miss all 3 of their shots to this side, so interesting to see if that wind works for Southport or if it's going to be a detriment to both teams through the day.
Right now it feels like it's blowing towards the camera, but that's here. It could be completely different where Maddie Baldwin is. Let's Fly starts it right. Didn't have the distance. Chaos in the goal square. No winner. Ball up.
So what we can say is the wind didn't affect that kick because it was dead straight.
Didn't affect it sideways. Again, Adamson.
Oh, it's going to be a free kick.
So deemed a dangerous tackle by Charlie Adamson on Olivia Marr, who is looking a little bit ginger. She's going to have to take it from the extreme angle because it was outside the goal square.
Don't know why, but that doesn't seem to... I'm not nervous about this. I have a feeling.
Olivia Marr, one step, drills it.
Uh-oh. Oh, bit of push and shove afterwards.
So we definitely have a goal. The next question is what happened afterwards. It could be, depending on which way it goes. The Southport bench is appealing for a 12-point goal, a.k.a. a second shot.
Runners and doctors straight out there, though. Seems to be up on her feet, though. I'm not even sure who's hurt, but
It's Baldwin.
Baldwin. So it is going to be a free. Just holding the ball out at the moment just to see what's going on.
I'm looking at Baldwin. There's something going down her cheek, but I can't tell if it's just a bit of stray hair or blood. I think it was just hair. So the umpire's conferring. They're speaking with Bond captain Grace Moody. There's a trainer there as well. I'm not sure if the trainer should be there.
I was thinking the exact same thing. No, going to come back to the middle.
Okay, so...
Certainly being warned, Bond, that sort of behaviour probably not going to be tolerated, but not being penalised with a free kick. At least not from there, whether they give one in the middle. It doesn't look like they're going to. They're setting up for a throw-up. Yeah, just had my head down writing that down. Didn't quite see what happened. Daniel, did you see what happened?
I didn't, mainly because I was watching Olivia Marr at the time. Celebrated, and it looked like something happened in the goal square. There are some chatters on the field in these two teams. I'm not going to out them, but there are people who enjoy a bit of poetry on the ground.
She certainly still doesn't look comfortable after that. I'm just keeping an eye on her. Daniel, you do the good stuff.
Thank you very much. I'll stick with the middle. That's Brosnan ball with the ball up. There was a whistle straight away, and the free kick's gone to Davis. And the umpires have been increasingly strict in the last few rounds about rucks going over that centre line in the centre circle in the ruck contest. That's well picked up by Mitchell. Kick was smothered, got in the way with Sandeman, who's been very impressive defensively this year. Nolan with a couple of dummy passes and then was able to create space towards Moody. Around the outside, Sandeman linking, didn't have the best kick, but the handballing work was impressive before that. Has play settled at the clubhouse end of the ground, Ash Newton-Spence?
Has, definitely has, as we're just blown out of the commentary box just for a second.
So Bond,
sorry.
You're right. Bond in possession on the far side with...
Marr certainly didn't stay down for long. She was involved in that last foray forward. She came straight out, so I think she's okay. Just maybe a little bit winded.
Thank you. As the kick from Lynch is intercept marked by Hillier, ex-Lion and Swan, and that in turn is intercept marked by Brosnan Ball. It's one of the taller Bond University QAFLW games we've seen. There's quite a bit of tall timber. Brosnan Ball off the outside, turned over to Christensen, got the kick away even while being tackled. It's out past Marr. We know she's got speed. It wasn't a good bounce, but she made it a good bounce. Inside, was tackled by Adamson. Oh. Adamson has just saved the goal. Maybe Marr took the wrong option, which is a very, very harsh criticism when she was moving at that speed and created the options for herself in the first place. But Charlie Adamson shut that inside option down very quickly as the rain just picks up a bit here at Bond University Oval.
Excellent pressure by Bond.
Turned over to Reeves. Handballs inside to Usher. Well played forward to Williams. Bond would do well to get Williams into the game because she normally kicks better than that. Turned over to Mora. Going through the middle of the field. Mitchell again. Mitchell drives it forward.
Well,
Cooper.
Oh,
Cooper played on and then was caught. Sanderman.
I really love the way Grace Cooper's come into the side. I love her intent. She just needs to learn when to stop and just give herself a bit more time because she had it there.
I'm wondering if there was a call of touch.
Maybe.
Maybe.
There's a lot going on in your first game. We can understand how much and how fast that would sort of get to you. Just needs a little bit more of that experience.
Usher pumped it forward. Trinity Ella watching it race away from her. Just couldn't get there. And in the end, she may have kicked it out on the full. No, it's been touched over. Oh, hang on. I think the field umpire might have got a better view of this and may end up giving a free kick to Southport just because Trinity Ella got a little bit tangled in her own limbs.
Just having a discussion. Rain really coming down now.
Yeah, it doesn't always show up on camera, but I can tell you that through Harry's camera shot at the moment, the rain's pretty much coming down at 45 degrees from the top left to the bottom right of your screen. So either you can see it, and all that was redundant. In fact, the angle's even flattened out a bit as that rain approaches horizontality. Just made that word up.
No hit out from the centre, just sort of bounced and ran out the back of it.
So Bond in the forward half, they've had plenty of possession in this match, but not always the territory. And when they have had the territory, haven't been able to put it home yet.
The ball very much been living in Southport's front half.
Usher been very
well
involved
done.
the last couple of minutes. Then the strong tackle from Robinson wins the free kick. Robinson watched Usher pull away from her, said, no, you don't. The late inclusion making most of her chance. So Brian's dropping marks, so we know the ball's wet. Mitchell out towards. There's a good tackle from Gaia. Mitchell was able to pick it up again. Clinch, top of the boot, infield, but a 2-on-1. That swung in two directions as well. Baldwin with an air swing. Usher got it back to Brosnan Ball, pumping it forward. Hillier had a couple of bites of the cherry, wasn't able to hold on. Brown, Hillier. Hunt providing a shepherd. Hillier just says, this has got to get out of here. We need to play territory in the wet.
That's a lovely kick, though.
Most of Kiara Hillier's kicks are lovely. It's a photogenic kicking style.
I was going to say, it looks a little bit like Taylor Harris out there.
And generally gets it just spiralling backwards perfectly the way that it's taught.
Oh.
Bond on the attack again. Superb smother from Moody. Comes inside. The legs are getting tired, but O'Brien marches her way to the ball. Davis on top. Christensen hits the ground. Usher at the back. Usher's probably been best on ground for the last 3 or 4 minutes. Outside 50. Well done by Watts. Just went without it, but essentially took on 2 Bull Sharks all by herself and nearly came up with a win.
Feels like Bond's upped the pressure a little bit in the last couple of minutes. They've had a little bit of the ascendancy with the forward play, and from that they've decided, well, we do have the muster here, so we're gonna really bring it. See if Southport can do anything about it.
In the last 2-3 years of this competition, Southport have been the best ball movers in the comp, probably the best we've ever seen in this comp. And the only team that we've ever seen approach that kind of speed has been Bond, albeit not against Southport. And the impressive thing about both is they've often been able to do it in the wet. So the quality of this game may not necessarily drop. Robinson just fumbled. Yeah, they're all fumbling now that I've said the quality may not drop. That's completely on me, players. I apologise for that.
Commentators curse. There's I'll come back to it after the ball up. I got stuck on my words.
I know the feeling well. Charging through the middle, I think that was White. Eventually hacked out. Spectacular effort from Grace Ella, who then sweeps. Picks up, got a strong handball forward to White. White will keep it on the grandstand side. Swung away. The mark was dropped, I think, by Watts.
Oh. Bit more push over there.
And getting the crowd involved.
Good.
Bit of an art to playing in front of an audience.
Well, it's nice to hear such a big crowd over there, and they do have a lot of voice, so it's lovely to hear them.
Was here for the AFLW match between the Suns and Collingwood last year, and that stand was stacked pretty much with players from these two clubs, actually.
I can imagine.
In fact, I think there were players who were drafted who were in the stand that day. Bond forward. Moving into the forward 50, it's towards Blattman. Ryder did well. She saw before that the ball may end up behind the pack, and she was into that space straight away. Davis chasing, as was Pinchin.
Oh, great run.
Davis able to get the handball away. Out on the full, and it was just a difficult kick in the first place, really.
As I was saying before, it's such a difference from last week when I saw Southport play against Maroochydore. They almost took it personally when Maroochydore were able to score, and they went on these big runs. They have not been able to do that today. Bond has been able to slow them down. The only problem with what Bond are doing is that they're just not able to get it on the scoreboard. But such a different contest, and Southport are having to win in such a different way. Oh, Davidson took her out.
No, I think
not illegally, just got stuck underneath her.
Oh, Davis came flying from the side, and I think she created her own little hurdle.
For anyone wondering, that's not thunder, that's wind.
Ross did well at the back. That's superb work on the ground from Moody. I think she caught that about an inch off the ground. The pressure was strong. Back to Nolan. Not her best kick inside 50.
No, not quite.
Ship again. She's been dropping into that centre halfback role whenever there's been danger.
Oh,
Davis
strength.
able to get a handball away. She is one of the physically strongest players in this competition. There's no question about that. Over the head of Cooper. Coming the other way from Gaia. Found Pinchin in space. Moved it wide to Sanderman. Beautiful vision to find Nolan at right half forward.
Second and third efforts from Cooper. Great. Oh.
And I hope someone got a photo of Nolan's self-disgust, not because I particularly want to memorialise that, but just she sets high standards for herself as the win suddenly disappears.
Yes.
And I don't need to shout anymore.
It's almost like someone hit the mute button.
Not guilty. Davis knocking it down. Reeves read it well. Clash of
have that.
heads. Oh, Nolan's looking ginger. I think she copped one in the shoulder. We'll keep an eye on Shannon Nolan.
Might be her knee, actually, just the way she was leaning and wandering around there.
And she's shaking it off because she's Shannon Nolan. Mitchell positioned herself well. Had the running more on the outside, elected to take on the defence herself. Running directly at Nolan. Off the chest of Cooper, got the rebound off Moody. Inside the 50, nowhere near a teammate. That's a kick she'd like to have again. Davidson got the handball forward, was a little bit too hot for a teammate in pinch, and it was then bundled over behind the play. Inside, not able to be picked up by Mitchell. Inside, a long handball to Moody. Moody, I think, was trying to give the umpire a disposal. Went out all the way to Emery.
Caught. Just didn't have any awareness that she was going to come up behind her, and she got her cold.
I think Emery had only just realised she had possession of the ball, or just maintained possession. Southport back inside 50 as the rain really picks up. Very squally now. Mora goes backwards. Well picked up. That was by Featherstone.
Well done.
Straight down the throat of the defender in Gaia.
Looked better than I thought it was going to be.
The rain is now pretty much horizontal. In fact, I think it's going up. I didn't know rain could do that.
I did.
It almost looks like snow to our left here at the moment.
It does. Oh,
Brown.
Great mark, especially in these conditions. That's amazing.
Tiani Brown, inside 50, looking for Christensen. Got there, Davidson spoiled. Robinson, Davidson again. Pumped forward was Sanderman. And then a bit of tunnel ball breaks out. Milliella on the ground, saw it go through her legs. Ship got down over the ball. I think there was the free kicks for holding the player behind Ship. Milliella weighted it well. Didn't look like she did, but Pinchin got there. Oh, Brown knocked over in back play. I think it was just...
Might have just been a bounce.
Milliella running through.
Oh, played on.
Past Baldwin. Bond on the attack. Shooting from about 45 out. Not able to hold on. Williams trying to get arms free.
Great second effort after they were outmarked, though.
That was Lee Alder. She's played 1 or 2 games in this competition. Reed over 100. Blackman with the tap down. Didn't quite fall for Usher. Comes back out towards Davidson.
Oh, no. Lost her feet. Had time.
Ready to shoot. Moody pumps it forward. Blackman there. Brings it to ground. Not enough bull sharks around her to take advantage. Ross pushing it forward. The siren will render it all irrelevant. That was an intense quarter on the field, and if you like, above the field. Southport 3-3-21 lead Bond University, who didn't score in that quarter. They've just got the 3 points. This is round 13 of the Bond University QAFLW and the first of 2 weeks of the Jarrah Corporate Pride Round. Thank you for your company wherever you are around the world.
Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Woo! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
AFL 9s, it's footy for best mates looking to be teammates.
Cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game. Looking at making a comeback.
It's footy for when your week's pretty cooked. Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy for me.
He's not your traditional coach. He wears his heart on his sleeve.
She's the backbone of our defence, and she leads the team from the front.
He always shows up for us. He really cares about every player.
She's calm and methodical. She leaves nothing to chance.
I wasn't the most confident player coming to Bond, but he showed me what I'm capable of.
When a game doesn't go her way, she puts her head down, gets to work, and she gets better.
Andy is always in my corner, and he always will be.
Whatever Gemma sets her mind to, she'll achieve it.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Bond University Oval in Robina. Thunderstruck is being played on the loudspeaker. There's no actual thunder here yet, but there is a lot of rain, which gives the ground a rather pretty glow, but it probably doesn't help the quality of football. Having said that, we have had a high standard of play here in this Shark Stoush between the Bond University Bull Sharks wearing their Pride Round jerseys, Jarrah Corporate Pride Round this week and next in the Bond University QAFLW and indeed all around AFL Queensland, but they are currently trailing the Southport Sharks by 18 points. Southport 3-3-21 leading Bond University just the 3 behinds. Southport's goal scored by Giselle Davis, Maddie Baldwin and Olivia Marr. My name is Daniel Viles. With me is Ash Newton-Spence. Ash, I'll talk more about Jarrah Corporate Pride Round in a moment, but your thoughts on this game so far?
Same, very similar to the first quarter. That's the one I want. Still highly contested. Certainly not one team has the ascendancy here. The scoreboard tells you that Southport are winning the game, but they're certainly not running away with it the way that we know they are capable of doing.
More from Ash Newton-Spence throughout the broadcast. The Jarrah Corporate Pride Challenge is a club-based initiative rewarding on-field participation, visible pride engagement and education about LGBTQIA+ inclusion. And there's a $2,000 club development grant on the line. Something for clubs all around Queensland to vie for, just as the Sharks of 2 different species vie for the 4 points here at Bond University Oval. Southport on the attack. They scored in the first minute running in this direction in the first quarter. And I dare say the umpires will be playing a very short whistle, simply because when it's wet, often the ball doesn't come loose. Davis in the ruck, knocked it sideways. Well picked up by Williams, who again has moved into the midfield. And Grayseller over the top, just attacked it a bit hard.
Oh, just unfortunate that Billy Ryder lost her feet.
Ryder goes forward to an outnumbered contest. The ball probably swung away from her target. Ship gets down low, as does Cooper. Samuels had the ball, but the whistle was already in the mouth.
Been very impressed with Grace Cooper's debut today. She's been where the ball has been for so very much of it, just not efficient yet, but she'll get there.
The fearlessness of youth. And that ball up became a ball down. So we'll try defying gravity again. O'Brien attacking from the side of the contest, wrapped up by Davidson. Yes, in the Fankhauser reserve match, Tegan Williams began forward, but she wasn't really getting in the game, and so Andy Lovell moved her into the midfield and pulled the same lever here. For a moment, I thought the trigger was going to be pulled by Mora. Davis does. It's well wide. Just went underneath the defence of Moody. Still hasn't gone out of bounds, however. And Southport have kept the ball alive. They've turned it over, but O'Brien makes sure that the territorial advantage is maintained.
Love the positioning for the boundary umpire over there. Was making sure he could see just down that line. Well done.
There's an art to officiating and there's a technique to it. Didn't quite get the connection. Comes out to Adamson. Handled the ball well. Just a dump kick out. Ended up hitting Brown on the back.
Ooh. Yeah, that's dangerous tackle.
So against Samuels, didn't quite see who the player tackled was. Winded because I think the chest fell on the ball.
Directly on the ball, yep.
Is it Ryder again? No, possibly Alder. 11 and 41 looks similar when the player is on their haunches. Lee Alder. Been in this comp a long time. In fact, I think this year she may have the highest disposal efficiency of any player with 100 disposals or more. She's usually 80% plus with her disposals, which I realise defenders aim for that target. It's a bit different if you're an inside mid.
No, that's Ryder.
Yeah,
Just saw the 4 there.
That was embarrassing.
No, it's not. It happens. 1s and 4s look very similar.
Lily Ryder, who I said all along. Dropped by Gaia. Well, Pilfer, that's beautiful out of defence from Brosnan. Ball took them on, got it to Williams. Williams will drive it through the middle. Goes a bit too far for Lynch. Well attacked by Reeves. Just got it behind Taylor, and they lost a little bit of forward momentum. That's a very harsh criticism. And then bursting through is Mora. Got herself into space by weaving through. Just missed Cooper. Gave the defence time to recover. It was well attacked by, I think, White. Pop back inside. Davidson went up for a big spoil. Didn't quite get there. Mitchell. Mora. Steadied herself.
Well done.
Swung towards Davis. Nolan will clear. Went past Lynch. Attacked by Milliella. Stepped inside. Clinched cleverly. Back to Ella. Ella and Reeves combining well. Reeves trying to demonstrate that she was held without the ball. The umpire wasn't impressed. Ball up. The rain almost looks like it's floating to the ground rather than falling at the moment. I know it's an optical illusion, but still. O'Brien drills it forward. Earlier today became the first player to register 1,000 effective disposals in this competition. There's a reason she's got 2 Zilkies.
There's such a difference with both of the way that both teams are trying to play. See if we can get time to talk about that soon.
I'll definitely try to give you some elaboration time as Davidson...
Dropped it. Hold the ball.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, we give each other space here, Ash.
I'm sorry. The holding the ball is just my favourite. I love it. It was just a very, very good tackle.
We'll get to a compilation video as Ship puts it into the pocket. Not sure it was exactly designed for there. Baldwin.
It's a great tap.
Davis. Some strength in that pocket. Mitchell darted in 2 different directions. Somehow got fist to ball, and it will just be a ball up.
Still a little bit of angst out there. A little bit of push and shove every once in a while. It's definitely happening in the Southport forward line, though.
Yeah, that's not going to disappear, trust me. They don't hate each other, but my goodness,
they
want
don't
to
like
win
each other, no.
Ship had her kick smothered and then put the next tackle on.
Might have been an incorrect disposal, not called.
And Nolan will clear. Looking for Williams. Seemed to be a hint of a high elbow.
Oh.
Watts on Blattman.
Come a long way up the ground, Blattman.
Got to get involved somehow.
Oh.
Good recovery. Was she tackled without the ball? Umpire said no, and Rihanna Ship registers yet another tackle. So the 2 ways they approach this, Sash.
So it's interesting the way that they're a bit of a dump kick coming out of defence, and Southport are actually reading that beautifully. The problem is that when they go the other way and Southport are kicking it whichever way they are, they know where each other are going, and they're just reading it better. It's something that you just want to see Bond get just that little bit better.
As the support play go from right to left.
And that's the best example of it right there. Kicked it to space, kicked it to... whether she saw the player or not, I don't know, but...
Oh, she saw the player.
She just kicked it to space knowing that a teammate was going to be there. And unfortunately, Bond haven't got that today. They haven't been able to kick it to the space and have a teammate just show up where they need them.
Taylor Christensen. Last time I commentated her, I said she was a natural left footer. I've since learned she's a natural right footer. And
naturally ambidextrous?
Wrong word, and I'll tell you the right one in a moment.
Okay.
With the right foot, didn't get purchased, goes well to the left and through for a minor score. Ambipedal.
Okay. Oh, because, yes, it's feet. Well done. I learn something every time I commentate with Daniel.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's never about football.
That's okay. Life lessons.
So Southport extend their lead, come outside the 50, clinch flies, not able to come down with it. Featherstone.
Oh, bit of a push.
No, she gives it and takes it to Featherstone. She won't be worried.
There was nothing in it, but one of those ones that could or could not get called, and you wouldn't be surprised either way.
Oh, generally, if it's from the side, they'll allow that. Unless the ball's a kilometre away. As O'Brien nearly got pushed into the fence, and I was worried about the fence there. Steph would have been fine. Melissa Watts comes back on in defence. I think it was Hunt who went off.
Yes, it was.
And it's difficult for the boundary umpires. That ball just held up in this strong wind here at Bond University Oval, the canal. Taylor with a handball over the top. Trinity Ella was running for the next pass. She may get involved now. Lynch gives her some space.
Oh.
Ella through the middle, turned it over to Pluples, was sweated upon immediately. Alder with a quick handball. We'll check up on Ryder, who was not Alder before.
Well tackled. Got the hands away. Excellent.
And then Reeves deep inside 50 to a one-on-one. Blattman versus Ross. That's a high-quality battle. Ross was able to knock it away from danger. Hillier Soccer's outside the 50. Reeves created space for Moody. It's partially blocked. Reeves with the tackle. Southport able to move it outside because once again, there's just always someone there for the player with the ball.
Holding.
Free kick to Bond. The wave comes again.
Really want to see Bond get something on the board here. They deserve something for the amount of effort they've put in today. I want that on the scoreboard. Come on, girls.
Moody to go deep inside 50.
Ooh.
Went over the head of Blackman. The mark was dropped. Comes back to Moody. Goes a bit deeper this time. Stays in the field of play. Kicked across goal. O'Brien soccers away.
Oh, good Shepherd.
Was taken by Sanderman. It was
beautifully
Emery.
That's a great defensive mark.
That was Alder.
You sure?
Yes, it's Alder. I was worried about mixing up Hillier and
Ryder.
Ended up getting Lee Alder in the mix. That's not good. Spinning out of traffic is either Hillier or Ryder. It's probably Hillier. I've become my own joke. Clinch outside.
Good mark.
Another wave. Another wave coming through. I believe that's Grace Ella. Was.
Oh, what a kick.
Deep. Too deep for Blackman. Went over the head of O'Brien and Ross. And Ross in the end, I thought she was going to rush it through. In the end decided she didn't need to. Goes over the head of Samuels.
Oh, bad luck.
Back from Samuels. It's wide out on the full. But that's what, 3 inside 50s in a row for Bond University. That has not happened so far in this match.
It has not, but it's still frustrating, and it will be frustrating them and their coaching staff that they're not able to capitalise on this, the ascendancy that they've had in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Or 5.5 minutes. I just realised how far into the quarter we are. So we're coming back.
Yeah, it just wasn't taken from the right spot. That's all it was.
I thought something happened while I was looking at how long the time had been going for.
It did, but it wasn't,
Okay.
It won't make the papers.
Mark.
Turned over. The kick wasn't great. The positioning wasn't. Tegan Williams, who'd be one of the players Bond would pick if they said, who would you like a dump kick to be marked by? That was an awkward sentence. Most people would say Blackman, but Tegan Williams.
Blackman on the line. Ella running for a option if she wants it.
The wind has died down. Williams has the distance for the 3rd time tonight. The Bond University behind post is rattled. Goal post, rather.
Just frustrating for Bond there. They'll just be annoyed that they just can't seem to get the ball to go the way they want.
They have, however, avoided the lowest score in their history, which is 3 against Cooperoo back in their very first season. And that was a gun Cooperoo side. Handball forward to Sanderman, has Pinchon in support. Clinch maintains her feet. Inside to Mitchell. Forward looking for Christensen. Didn't quite find the mark. Shoveled out. Umpire will just bring play to a close. I don't think he was able to sight that little shovel.
No, I don't think he would. He would not call that a knock-on, but it also was not a handball.
Clinch was able to link up with Robinson, but without any real momentum. Usher kicked away to Plooples, who catches the wet ball well. Finds the runner on the left. Knew there'd be one. In this case, it's Hillier.
Oh, wow.
Hillier around the outside, has space, has a long kick. Something's happened behind the play. We'll get to that in a moment. The mark was dropped by Davis. Christensen in support. Ball hits the ground. Davis unable to release. What happened behind the play, Ash?
So just as both girls were going in for it, it was completely accidental. There was nothing in it. It was just that the running player ran into a stationary player and they bounced.
So Hillier was the running player.
Absolutely nothing in it, though. I don't think anyone's got anything to worry about. It was just an unfortunate clash of a stationary player against a moving player.
Seeing that might be Lynch. Annabelle Lynch, I think, was the player who was down for a while.
Thankfully, she's okay. Just catching her breath.
Play continues up towards the goal square. Bond scrambling. Davis around the outside. Davis with the shot. Touch by Moody. Important touch by Moody.
Making sure the goal umpire knew emphatically that she touched that one. No, he bounced through for the behind anyway, but was making sure they knew.
With respect, I could make up a fairly comprehensive compilation video of Grace Moody telling goal umpires that she touched the ball. The perfect Christmas gift. That's well taken through the middle. Possibly Usher. It's getting a bit rainy out here.
Oh, beautifully cut off by Southport.
Back inside towards the goal square, over the head of Baldwin, but she responds quickest. Has 2 opponents. Back to Christensen, makes space for herself. And I think they may have got a Southport player's hand in the form of Ma before going through for a minor score.
That'll probably be the most chaotic shot at goal we've seen Southport have. They've been very methodical today. They've made sure they've got everything sort of step by step by step. Certainly felt the most chaotic so far.
They're not afraid to score chaotic goals. They scored 95 points in the win over Bond a few weeks back, and not all of those goals were pretty, and you will not hear anyone in black and white complaining.
No, goal's a goal. 6 points is 6 points.
Called a lasso for insufficient intent, I suspect. And Ryder is back up. So now that we've properly identified that it was her who was down before, good to see her back on her feet. And continuing to play some good footy.
Wait,
There was a whistle before the ball arrived at the contest.
saying that she kicked the ball before she came back into play, so it's going to come back to being a Bond kick. So she didn't actually re-enter the...
Yeah, no, you were clear.
Sorry. You were silent. I assumed that I hadn't explained it well.
No, I was silent because I'm respecting you. I know it's unusual for a middle-aged man, but...
Not true.
Davis bundled Nolan over, and Nolan had a look on her face as if to say, have you ever had one of those days? Lynch on the near side, so she's back up. Brown inside towards Ship. Eventually flicked out towards Williams. Handball was too hot for Davidson. Mitchell chasing through. Davis had it knocked out of her possession by Reeves. And then White comes in to add a bit of extra pressure and bring play to a close.
More physicality coming. Yep. Well handled by the umpire.
Zane Pendlebury is not going to take any of your omitted anymore.
Ooh.
Robinson got a legitimate bump from Taylor. Reeves brought by Davies, holding the ball. And then 50 because the ball was kicked away. So it was high contact, actually.
She's very confused as to where she was then.
Yes. So Giselle got the contact below the shoulder, affected the tackle and the incorrect disposal, and then the ball was kicked away. So Giselle Davis now finds herself 50 out. She has a good boot, but I'm going to say she's not looking for a shot. Not a brave prediction. Just undercooked the kick slightly.
Yeah, just fell on her head. Completely accidental.
So this will probably just be a ball up to restart.
No, I think it's going to be a free kick.
Free kick to Ma. Thank you.
Ma just over. The ball came in, dropped low. She fell over, and just then the defending player sort of fell over her head. Completely accidental, but definitely hit her in the head.
So Ma, the wind has died down. There's no rain that I can see just at the moment. So it brings just a shot back into play for Olivia Ma. We've got a fantastic view of this. It's wobbly, it's short, it's chaotic. Christensen with a shot was immediately smothered. Bond have done extremely well through about 3 pairs of hands to work it out. The mark taken over the shoulder, bit off too much. Southport will come again. The tackling was strong.
That's fantastic play by Southport. They were out. They just needed that handball to hit, and they nailed it. Brilliantly done.
Maddie Baldwin
can do more than kick goals, but she does that so well.
As I say, she began as a defender. And I'll tell this story again. Before Maddie Baldwin played her first game, I asked a couple of her teammates to, what's she like? And they just replied back one word, beast.
It's a good way to be described. Oh, it's a big kick.
Well, it's got the wind. Has it gone through? They're claiming a touch. It's been called a goal by the umpires. That is a goal. Magnificent goal from Maddie Baldwin. They're around, well, I was going to say they're around her. Is it just one team around her? Yes, it is a celebration. For a moment, I thought there were white jerseys in there as well.
No, all black.
Forgive me for being sceptical. It's taken a while. The 6th minute of the 3rd quarter was the last time Southport kicked a goal. Now, deep into the 3rd, Baldwin has another.
Very ironic. As soon as that ball went through, there was a huge big gust of wind. It's like it stopped just for Maddie Baldwin to have that shot, and then boom, she was back.
Who is this woman? Even the wind and the waves obey her.
Everybody obeys her.
Everybody obeys Maddie Baldwin.
Really, completely and utterly set up by that intercept through the handball chain that Bond were trying to set up. And it actually looked like one of their best exits out of defence. Southport able to turn that into a shot. Why they're so good.
In that particular case, they're a team and they share success together, but that particular one was all Maddie Baldwin. Working in the way out of the middle by whatever means possible. Ship's been almighty tonight. Reefed out by, I think it was Trinity Ella. Hoiked forward by Samuels. Watts on the ground. Usher, Reeves. She's worked hard tonight, Evie Reeves.
She's been very good.
O'Brien dropped it under pressure from Williams. There's Milliella twice. Tries to get away from Brown, does so. Usher hesitated a little. Ship was onto her straight away. And I love the sight of Millie Ella grabbing the ball and deciding there's 5 Southport Sharks in front of me. I'm going to burrow through them.
Head down. Beautifully spiked down.
If you ever wanted the original song High Hopes demonstrated on a QAFLW field, you just saw it.
On the ball, the umpire said. Must have disposed of it illegally.
Yeah, it was behind our vision.
Yes.
Ship has the free kick.
Perfect sight for the umpire, though, so well called.
Ship moves it wide towards Davis. Davis and Guy are in a one-on-one. Bond just not able to connect with the handballs. It wasn't the best handball, but the siren renders it irrelevant. Just the one goal in that term, and it went to the Southport Sharks. 4-5-29. They are well in control over Bond University, 0-4-4. The winner of this match will stand alone at the top of the table in the Bond University QAFLW. Thank you for your company.
Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness, and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive, and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Woo! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
AFL 9s. It's footy for best mates looking to be teammates.
Cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game. Looking at making a comeback.
There's footy for when your week's pretty cooked. Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy for me.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
at Bond University Oval in round 13 of the Bond University QAFLW. It looks on current trajectory as if Southport is heading to a 6th consecutive win over their crosstown rivals, the Bond University Bull Sharks. They lead 4-5. Apologies, there was a score correction at three-quarter time. The goal umpires were all over it, as they should be. Well done to the father and son team of Rowan and Cameron Williamson. Southport are 4-6-30, leading Bond University 0-4-4. The goals have been 2 to Maddie Baldwin, 1 each to Giselle Davis and Olivia Marr. I'm Daniel Viles. I've given Ash Newton-Spence no time to talk, but I'll get her thoughts on the match in a moment.
Not important. Go.
That is so not true. Fourth quarter. Gee, that new grandstand looks fantastic in the background. It's a wonderful backdrop. Beautiful hands from first Reeves and then White.
I thought you were going to say it was a beautiful tap down by Sienna Clinch, and I was going to agree with you.
There was a lot of beauty happening all at once.
All at once.
Featherstone handballed it back to Watts. Bit of a moon ball. Davidson watched it swirl around her, almost circumnavigated her aerially. Back to Nolan. Nolan moving forward. And the mark has been taken by Trinity Ella. It will require probably her best kick to make it to goal. The wind is not doing much for or against her at the moment.
Everyone's headed straight back towards the goal line. I'd really love to see someone leading here. There's a lot of space. There goes the lead. No, a bit early. Oh.
It's a flat kick. It's a long kick. Goes through Blackman's hands, and it would have been a behind in about 1 of 3 different ways.
She put everything into that, and it just lost its line on the way, but definitely made the distance.
Hunt gets things going quickly to Ross, and play's going to be brought back. Not quite sure why, but some of you watching this will be qualified umpires who saw exactly what signal the umpire gave.
Don't even want to speculate on that one. Not sure. Oh, maybe. So if it's coming all the way back, she mustn't have waited for the umpire to actually sign off the goal, and so they've brought it back. Sign off behind, sorry.
I knew what you meant. Megan Hunt has always been several steps ahead of the game.
Yes.
Fine, Steph O'Brien.
Also always been several steps ahead of the game.
Mainly because she learned it from Megan Hunt.
Beautiful kid.
Into the contest. White had the punch, not quite effective. Round the outside, it was picked up by Mora. Then Mitchell just able to get the hands away. There's Featherstone to Plooples. Brilliant run from Plooples, apologies. And then the Baldwin. Spotted her a mile out. Baldwin goes across the face of goal. It came off the outside of the boot. Went to a contest instead of to a player in space. Ryder in the forward line now. Baldwin getting in the way again. The handball to get out of trouble was on. Baldwin spotted it.
First time Southport's been able to go really fast since early in the game, and they've taken advantage of it. They really moved it down this wing.
Abby Plooples has played 60-odd games in this comp as Mora went round the outside, kicks towards the pocket. It was well spoiled by Geyer. Christensen got herself in a terrible tangle. But yeah, Plooples, I think she played about 40-odd games before she was ever named in her coach's best 6, and it's probably the only time I've ever thought I knew more than the coaches. Across the face of goal, Mitchell looking for space. Breaks a tackle. She got the space she was after, put the shot on. That was definitely touched by Geyer and rushed over the line.
Right on that line for maybe running too fast. She went all the way around. It was a big U-turn. Did well to get it on the boot.
I think the main reason she got away with it is because the umpire wasn't able to calculate pi quickly enough.
When you're going around in a circle, it doesn't look as far, does it?
Now it's like 15 divided by 2 and pi.
Oh, don't do maths. That hurts.
Football has a lot of maths in it. You used to work for Champion Data, for goodness sake.
That's statistics, it's not maths.
My mistake. Beautiful mark by Reeves at right half-back. Both teams have had chances already in this quarter. Bond need to move. The game's not beyond their reach, but they certainly haven't played like a team that deserves to win this match.
High. Yeah, had it right round the neck.
High from Mora and excellent work on the ground from Sky White. Was a Queensland fullback last year. This year, she's played a fair bit of ruck. She's moved around a bit. Her versatility has improved. And that was only ever headed for Olivia Robinson. Calls of safe option from the Southport bench. They do play percentage football. Nolan fumbles as Robinson came through the other way. That was pilfered by Robinson. She's had an eventful minute. Baldwin.
Sorry, tackling from Southport's been fierce for the last couple of minutes.
They're a physical side. Baldwin pumps it.
Oh, in front.
Good front position held by Pynchon. Then turned over, drilled by Adamson. And that was definitely the kick of someone who played a lot of semi-elite football. That's an incredible charge down from Hillier and maybe took her shin out.
And they're the kicks. That kick in Amy inside is what I was talking about earlier. The Bond kicks don't seem to be with any kind of intention. It's just get the ball forward. Whereas Southport, when they go forward, seem to be always having someone on the end of the kick.
Which is probably a change that Southport made when Matt Lappin became coach last year. Was Peter Doherty was very much about field position. Beautiful smother from Grace Moody. Mitchell read it well. She'll go inside 50. Was looking for Baldwin. The kick wasn't quite there. Excellent handball under pressure. Came to Grace Ella. Finds Adamson. Handball inside to Brosnan Ball. Brosnan Ball, well, that's an example. She didn't really look where she was going. It's turned over to Steph O'Brien. Mora.
Good pressure, Bond.
Not able to gather, and Bond's been able to recover. Moody in the middle of the park, outside of the boot. Good work to get there from White. Just had to hit the chest hard. Nolan hasn't had the influence she wanted today. Shows a few tricks. Running onto it was Pluples. Will come back the other way. Taylor chasing hard. Nolan working hard. The options aren't quite there. Goes towards Blackman. It's always the percentage move. The mark taken in front by Lynch.
That's a great mark. Well done.
Had a very good year up here, Annabelle Lynch.
Needs to find an option.
Goes deep. Again, pretty much it's Blackman. It's not Blackman-centric. It's Williams.
Fantastic mark, Williams.
And because of the attention on Blackman, and I suppose this is my fault in part, Lynch and Williams have snuck under the radar and they've had fantastic years in the forward line for Bond.
Now I want the win to do now what we did before. Just stop for a second. Ooh, that worked. Oh, no, it didn't. I got excited, sorry.
Tegan Williams. Bond not with a goal yet tonight. They won't get that one from that shot directly. The mark was dropped in the corner and will be taken away by Ryder.
Fantastic defence, as always, by Southport.
And then the mark taken again. Just couldn't see. That was Christensen who'd come back to help out in defence. Now turned it over. One of the rare kicks that maybe was a little bit blind from Southport clearing in defence. And it was done by a forward. You be the judge. They've regathered inside 50.
Good pressure, Bond.
Again, I think it was Hillier.
Turn.
Taken out, turned over, this time Trinity Ella.
Oh, got the handball away. Well done.
Back inside towards Reeves, but it was attacked hard by, I think, Watts. Apologies, Mitchell.
Pops out at the back.
Alder goes wide through the hands of Ryder. The Southport reserve grade warms up just behind the fence.
Well done.
The tackle is strong. The tackle is rewarded.
Again, excellent pressure by Bond. They are refusing to let Southport come out of this easy.
I think that was Lynch.
Good mark.
There's a dark corner, because ovals totally have corners.
They do.
As they've maintained possession just inside the front 50. Samuels to the contest, ends up with no winner. More black jerseys around the ball than white pride jerseys.
Uh-oh. Umpire behind play saw something.
I did see just as the kick went away, there was a hand on the shoulder. So if that movement continued, then I'm guessing that the kicker may have ended up flat in her back.
That's going to be a throw-in.
Went out of play.
Okay, righto. Kind of went off the side there. That's okay.
It happens. Mitchell.
Especially with the amount of wind tonight.
Back towards Mora.
Been really good, Mora.
Her ability to create space when there is none, just by playing slowly, but moving slowly, but thinking quickly, if that makes sense.
Scott Pendlebury-esque.
A little bit of that. Well, Zane Pendlebury's umpiring, and don't think they're related. Bond back inside 50, goes over the contest. Ross is there, Hunt is there. Hunt handballed back into space. There's a turnover. Unable to pick it up. I think it was one of the Ellas. Blackman somehow got a kick away, but Hunt was underneath that almost immediately.
Always in the right spot, Megan Hunt.
Yeah, she spent the last decade being in the right spot and began as a forward. Probably played her best football as an inside midfielder and now just rules the defence.
Oh, here we go.
Not the best kick out of defence. It was brought back in by Usher.
Beautiful
spoil by Ross. Second attempt. Across the face, that's well taken by Hillier. Difficult kick coming over the shoulder.
Sorry, I was just saying they'll be one short in the defence with Megan Hunt coming off then. Not able to take advantage of it. Oh, well masked.
Featherstone. Another player, played a lot of reserve grade last year, had a wonderful game in the reserve grade grand final. Not quite able to maintain possession for a team in the middle of the park. Mora, and then way on the lead was Baldwin, who saw that early. Christensen is alone in the front 50. Baldwin trying to pick her out. Brosnan Ball got back. Christensen kept her feet, not able to get boot to bowl. Miller Brosnan Ball, that's fantastic.
Fantastic defence, well done. Absolutely nothing the Southport player could do about that. She either had to drop it or she had to just take it to ground. Either way, she was going to get done.
So Bond moving out of their 50. Now, of course, there's two stories here. One is that most people, yourself included, Ash, and I'm kind of stealing your thunder here, Bond have played too well to finish this game goalless.
Absolutely.
Now, let's take the Southport perspective.
How good would it be if they could keep Bond goalless, and how good's that going to be for their percentage, but also for their, what's the word I'm looking for?
Momentum
going forward and their confidence. That's the word I wanted. Confidence. Not that Southport need any extra confidence. They're pretty good.
Oh, everyone's got their insecurities, but I think Southport, through Cooper, who's played with confidence tonight, as you pointed out earlier. Back inside to Watts, straight up the middle. Baldwin not able to hold on. There's four white jerseys at the back. I think that's Pinchin or Gaia. And Cooper, second effort again.
She's the player that keeps taking my eye tonight, and I don't know why. I don't know if I'm just biased towards her because it's her first game, but she just, everywhere the ball goes, she's been.
Well, if you've observed it, it's probably because it happened, and good on you for picking it up early. Brosnan Ball is able to move it out. Got it to Grimster.
Oh, good contest. Fantastic mark. Umpire's paid for holding, but I reckon that was a mark.
Either way, I'm thinking Lynch. Tis. Kept it wide. Not able to hold on in these conditions.
Plenty of time.
Put it forward. Found the run of Williams. Williams hooks around. Taylor's there. It fell short in the wind. Been able to get it. Taylor inside. Blattman trying to get free. Reeves was there. Now Davis has kicked that back. That's a long way out to rush it.
No, umpire says it's okay.
Interesting.
Was under a lot of pressure.
That's the key point. Yes, fair enough. My protest endeth there.
So Bonjuni have the 6 points on the board. Unfortunately, they are 6 points. And as we said, definitely deserve a goal tonight. Got a couple more minutes to get there.
Their lowest score against Southport is 7. That was a low-scoring game from memory. As in for the winning side as well. I think it might have been 29-7. Floats forward. Went to Emery. Out wide. Wright has been superb tonight and then brought down. The tackle was strong and they'll be rewarded with a set shot.
That was fantastic. We need to see who it is so we can give her the credit.
I think it's Sky Emery, not confident. Well, she may be about to be on the score sheet.
We better find out who she is.
For about 30 out, didn't look too happy with it. Plenty of hands on the line. Taylor not able to grab it. Mora working it out of defence. Found Pluples. Pluples' speed is incredible. Kicked it away through the hands of Pinchin. Swept from behind by Milliella. Found Reeves.
Can confirm it was Emery.
Thank you very much. Reeves. I do my homework. Doesn't always work. Blattman versus Ross tonight, and you'd have to give Ross, no pun intended, the points decision. Reeves.
Oh, well tackled.
Brought down by Ship, who's been everywhere tonight. I'd love to see the data for how many kilometres she's covered tonight, because you will see her in both goal squares repeatedly throughout the course of a normal match, and that's certainly been the case tonight. Pinchin, Reeves. Just off the top of the boot. Fell short of all the targets. And the Southport players attacked it better. O'Brien, not her best clearing kick, was attacked by Featherstone.
Oh, well picked up.
Was kicked away from Grimstone. It was beautiful work from Baldwin and then Watts. Again, outside 50 with Featherstone applying pressure. Goes back to Sandeman. Check side kick. May not be able to keep it in, or sort of dribbles towards the boundary line. It is kept in. Players hitting the deck all over the place in front of the flagpoles.
Yeah, Southport have moved absolutely everywhere forward. You would have seen Baldwin just before affected that kick. Everybody's in the almost couple just floating in the defensive half, but most in the forward half at this point. Absolutely ball living down there at the moment. Southport trying to make it as hard as they can while it's there.
For anyone at the ground who's listening to us, stay for the reserve grade game. Southport reserve grade has a perfect record this year.
Oh, don't jinx it.
And just, well, no. I'm saying watch them because they play high quality. You know, we may not have seen a better reserve grade side. They
okay, I get what you mean.
Very good to watch.
That's all right, I knocked on wood. We unjinxed it.
Yeah, I choose my words. Cooper working hard in the middle of the field. Grayseller only found Mora. Mora settles things down, finds her not quite looking like an O'Brien. Up to Baldwin.
And this is where they'll slow it down. They'll look for options and they'll try and give themselves a bit of a rest. It's been a high intensity last couple of minutes. So they'll be trying to get a little bit more rest before the siren goes.
No goals in this quarter for either side. Missed the target. Reeves again. Outstanding tonight, and I'm no longer surprised by that, which implies I was surprised before.
Oh!
That was...
Oh, bit of a scrap.
It was Ruby Mitchell who was charging through.
And now going to be a free kick for Southport. I think, unless the umpire's pointing the other way. Southport were giving each other a clap. Yeah, no, one umpire was pointing the wrong way. Correct. Free kick to Southport.
I think Mitchell had a head over the ball and just the defender didn't match her ability
And
to get
50.
down.
And a down again behind play. Definitely a lot of verbal happening out there at the moment.
So Taylor's...
Yep.
Charlotte Taylor's being moved away from play by Grace Moody. And Ruby Mitchell is about to score one of the easier goals of her career. 5 goals for Southport. You can argue it's been a low-scoring night for them, but they've also held Bond to no goals. It's been I don't even know if clinical's the word, but it's it's relentless. It's been a relentless performance from the Sharks tonight.
And what's slightly disappointing for in that goal, which I don't want to take anything away from Ruby Mitchell. She earned the free kick. She deserved to kick the goal, and she did a good job of doing exactly what she needed to. But it was almost a win for Bond to be able to keep Southport goalless in this last quarter, and to give that last one away in that way, they'll be very disappointed in that, I think. And I think unfortunate was definitely all there. But yeah, Bond will be a bit annoyed at that one because they had done so well to keep Southport goalless in this last quarter.
The 17 minutes is up. We won't be expecting too much time added on, to borrow a phrase for another sport. Beautiful work around the outside from Pluples. Found Cooper, who's had a good debut. Not on the score sheet. O'Brien.
Oh, well marked. Well, intercept. Not quite marked, but...
An intercept possession, you might call it.
She stopped it being marked. I knew what I wanted to say, just didn't come.
There's a reason Beth Pynchon played AFLW for
We're down again.
St Kilda.
No, the physio and the doctor from Southport, very active down here. They keep running and it keeps making me nervous.
Well, one is Lily McDonald, who's injured herself, but excellent defender when she's fit. O'Brien.
A lot more time than she thought she did there, Moira.
But she was also...
I'm shutting up.
Also running the wrong way as Mitchell tried to get a kick away, wasn't able to. Bond get the free kick to get out of trouble.
I apologise, Ella. I completely butchered your name then. I'm so sorry. Moira, not Moira.
We'll get there. Bond struggling to get out of trouble. Eventually Pynchon brought down by Ryder.
That one's holding the ball.
Ryder will win the free kick. Or has won the free kick.
Couple of last-minute changes.
Yeah, getting Mitchell off the field. She's been in the wars in the last minute or so. No point risking anything.
Probably more just checking on her after that big hit.
Lily Ryder boots it from a long way.
Oh!
Just touched before the line. Players not over. Christensen! She's classy. And it would have been a rare event indeed had she not scored this season.
beautiful kick from an impossible angle. Well done, Taylor Christensen.
And again, demonstrating why I initially thought she was a natural left footer. I'll say that Siobhan Ross is probably the best two-footed kick in this side, but you've also got Taylor Christensen, and Sienna Burnham, who was a late omission, has a wonderful weaker foot, so to speak. Her weaker foot would put a lot of commentators' stronger foots to shame. I just said foots, didn't I?
You did.
Let's edit that part out later. An extraordinary performance from Southport tonight. It was them who was giving away the 50-metre penalties, even in their big win 5 or 6 weeks ago. It's been Bond who's been pinged tonight, giving away a couple of crucial 50s, a couple of crucial free kicks. Clinch pumps it forward, looking for Ryder, who spent most of the game in defence and nearly found herself on the score sheet. Sandeman. It's a comprehensive victory for Southport. Their biggest rivals, Bond University, they've now registered 6 wins in a row. It's Southport 6-7-43. They've defeated Bond University 0-6-6. The goal scorers tonight, 2 for Maddie Baldwin, 1 each for Giselle Davis, Olivia Marr, Ruby Mitchell and Taylor Christensen. Your thoughts, Ash Newton-Spence, and some best players for the match, please.
Comprehensive is probably the best word for it. Like as much as we have said that Bond put in a good effort, they certainly did, and they certainly deserved better than a no-goal game. But Southport just clinical with the way they went about it tonight, and that's going to be what the scoreboard's going to tell us. Could almost go through the entirety of the Southport team, I've done little stars here, but Rihanna Shipp absolutely everywhere. Couldn't look up without seeing Rihanna Shipp. Maddie Baldwin, obviously, with 2 goals was amazing. Ella Mora was fantastic. Grace Cooper was fantastic. Lily Ryder, I think, had an absolute star of a game. I don't think I noticed her too much last week, but again, I reckon you called her name probably like 15, 20 times. And I want to give a shout out to Grace Cooper, who I thought was absolutely fantastic on debut and certainly took my eye. Going over to Bond, Grace Moody, fantastic. All 3 of the Ella sisters were very, very good as well. And Nikki Sandeman, I thought, was very good.
Thank you very much, Ash Newton-Spence. Next week, commentary will be coming from Red Rooster Park in Burpengary as Moreton Bay hosts the University of Queensland. The week after that, Wilston Grange versus Aspley at Hickey Park, Stafford. Both sides will probably qualify for the finals, but that match will have a major bearing on the order in which they finish. So please join us for those. Also, all the other matches, not only from round 13 of the Bond University QAFLW, but every match played in the last 4 seasons of both the Bond University QAFLW and the TPIL Lawyers QAFL are available where you're watching now on the official AFLQ YouTube channel. Thank you very much, Ash Newton-Spence. Thank you very much to Double Take and Harry on camera. And thank you to you, wherever you've been watching from around the world. Thank you for your continued support of this wonderful state league that we have here in Queensland. And thank you to Jarrah Corporate for their continued support.